It is a rematch to find out who will face the Chinese Bears in the grand finals. IHC and ARAVT once again on familiar territory. ARAVT having picked out Ancient one more time. The question is, can they come through, or was the last one just a random steal?
Yeah, we kind of skirted past the vetoes in our earlier segment, but this is Ancient first, Inferno next, and then Overpass our decider. But our landing ground for the first map, Mal's already pointed out that it's going to be an A play from the Araft side, and for Araft, and coming in quick, and a couple have been found, and that bomb being planted in the smoke.
Score has moved past the smoke himself. I don't think there's actually a kit available across a lot of them. I'd see likely having gone for all Kevlars with the state of their economy, and ARAVT are going to be relishing in that fact. They're all just playing very defensively from the back at the bomb site, waiting for Control to come in and activate that flag. And Control looks like he's found the timing. Techno as well, unable to spot out the players. Tamir's come through big. Fury's found Score, and there you have it. Triple kill for Fury. He has been fantastic on the pistols, but another thing to note is that Cabal was struggling on the A bomb site yesterday. Let's hope that that's not a trend that continues.
Yeah, started a little slow and then had to be a bit more aggressive versus NKT. That was what we were certainly noting. And yeah, I mean, he delivered. He definitely took some ownership. He took some control of his own destiny to a certain degree.
Very dramatic.
I think the big thing for IHC in general is that they just can't start slow, because ARAVT have been very good at capitalizing on that.
And IHC have been very good at starting slow. Yesterday, giving 6-0s up 10 KT twice over.
It just kept happening, didn't it? The one time they started good, they ended up in OT, so.
What we're getting at is this is not the most consistent of forms, perhaps, that IHC is known. Blitz around the corner, will be able to push through and drop the bomb. That Shinobi's demise being met. Techno being circled in upon, unable to find much. It scores 5-7. Comes into play, moves through the smoke. Khalil's pulled back out, and he's still waiting around the corner of it. Not able to make something out of it, though.
Flank is coming. The ball has been identified, so Fury knows that that's an isolated duel, and one that he cannot give. Cabal's got a mag, and he is hunting real fast from behind. Solid damage onto Cabal, but not reciprocated by the shotgun. They're not rushing to get this plant down here, or after they're still concerned about identifying where these last remaining IHC players are. Now they put them on a timer. There's like a little drop inside of the site, but Annihilation will only think about that, picking it up. None of it will be realized. Nice recovery there from ARAVT, considering they lose 2 kills to the pistols quite quick. Just made sure that things didn't get out of hand. Definitely saw some good work from Blitz when it came to these low buy rounds, and just being the more aggressive foot forward for IHC. So it will be important for them moving forward, even into future gun rounds, just to see how assertive he is. There's so much more room for the rest of his team to operate.
Making sure that this time he's not got anything of that sort going on. It is ARAVT, who also, just as a reminder, pardon me if you already mentioned this one, Micah, I was muted and coughing away, but ARAVT did lose an ungodly amount of anti-force buy and anti-half buy rounds, and very often the shots like that one score, Molly out of position, and he has been found out, although before he is truly eliminated and discovered, he is able to get at least one more. Regardless, remaining players do have USP, so this should still be a clean and simple round, but more than a little bit surprised to see Score get as much as that.
Yeah, you can see Fury is hovering around the entrance to Cheetah as well, just to make sure that nobody gets their hands on these weapons. It is being safeguarded. I do appreciate that Cabal is just a obscure weapon enjoyer. Zeus, shotguns, maybe not obscure, but he enjoys his niche.
Cabal is just a CSGO enjoyer, man. This is something I really appreciate about a lot of the players. It's like, everyone's like, 5-7, efficiency, metagame, yada, yada, yada. Sonny, you just gotta get a zap out. You don't get the kill from it.
Yeah, well navigated there by Fury. Didn't get tunnel visioned on the player back middle, instead making sure to clear every corner. Didn't fall foul to the bait. IHC now in with the full buy. Can they put a stop to it, or are they destined to fall behind 6-0 every series? I want to see this Annihilation AWP really strike in the early segments. See him posturing up towards that B bomb site. Oh my goodness, Cabal had his knife out when he decided to go for that jiggle, but he gets information that ARAVT are close to a main.
Oh, very quick trades coming out, but this is where you still have to be careful about the lack of mid control that the CT suddenly have. IHC don't have anyone who can actually proceed forward. Oh, who am I to say they don't have mid control? How dare I?
Yeah, Annihilation's right on top of it. Score as well still challenging from the other side of Cave and keeping them honest. Now can you see that mid has been cleared. ARAVT are regrouping themselves, having lost too many numbers in the opening segments of this round, and Score is actually looking to push in. Hi's watching for this.
This could be the equalizer that they are searching for. Score, however, seems to be more content with having a passive position that gets ready to flank late round once utility is thrown. And I don't know, but I think he can hear that utility being chucked up by Hi over there. Does spot him out, but misses his chance. He's forced to back off and face towards Donut instead. Cabal still on the bomb site, but they're not throwing out flashes. It's just a shot to the dome that does it, taking it old school right now. Molly and Smoke to the back of the bomb site. Flashes now coming through to make sure they can cross and get the bomb front down, but Score is waiting around the corner. Not quite praying and spraying, but he will be regretting that if he watches his stream back. So damn close, but control's gone. Now comes out the 3v2. Full utility available for Score. Molotov.
Long flank.
That way, and it is Shinobi to get caught out and brought down. It's all down to Hi. He was given a longer lease on life, now coming through with the big flank from CT. Are they going to be expecting this whatsoever? Needs to start spraying inside the smoke. This is a long defuse, but it will commence. Score swings out a triple kill for him to end the round, and it is a quick retake from IHC, but if it gets more than a little bit dicey.
Yeah, it started for a 1-for-1 in the mid fights. We saw Blitz try to aggress down middle, but Score takes his place late round, and that was where we really thought he was going to just disrupt the entire flow of the push into the A bomb site there from ARAVT. But Score was constantly moving, and as soon as his position was identified, always making sure to be at the front of the action. ARAVT just couldn't find any of the kills that they were looking for. You know, push deep CT, didn't find any kills, kept losing numbers instead. So an important first round here for IHC on that retake. A lot of just straight duels being won, but none of the trickery, none of the repositioning from ARAVT caught them out either. Fury is currently 8-1. Seen him have some solid impact these 3 rounds that ARAVT have put on board. We definitely saw Cabal struggle on that A-hold again. Doesn't feel like backplat is his position, I will say.
Might be something to go back to and put the work into figuring out, for sure. But Techno and Score have had their positions revealed. There is full information about there being 2 players over in B house. In the meanwhile, Blitz has been knocked down to 5 HP and plenty of time to reset. Control does have information about the lack of pushes in. The only problem is Annihilation, and I say only problem, it's a pretty damn big one. Annihilation, though, rare miss comes out on the jiggle, can't adjust in time, and Tamir will be able to overrun it. The A bomb site once again only blessed by Cabal, repeatedly playing that defensive spot. But in the meanwhile, Shinobi, not even the traditional offer or secondary offer, has gone and found 2.
Well, we'll see if Techno can break the curse. Everyone's trapped at 1 kill aside from Score here on IHC, but I don't think he's going for it. A 1-on-5 would be certainly too much to ask for. Oh, okay. Well, Hi was holding for the Techno push. And then when he was actually about to swing, Hi pulled his knife out. So a little bit unfortunate on the timing, I suppose, but this will be an after round, no problem. Double opening on the T side. I think taking it off the cold hands of Annihilation. It was Shinobi that came in with those 2 kills that just basically tied the bow on this round.
Yeah, Annihilation's up. Just ends up doing so much work, just not in his hands, unfortunately. They're keeping the double on. Okay.
Well, it worked. It was on the fly, but it did work.
Kinda, I guess. Is that what we're going with?
Control's going to use it to try and take the mid fight. Has a good spawn to take this duel nice and quick, so IHC don't have the right weaponry to really challenge at distance. Nade will slow them down, but Control can adjust in time.
Gotta be careful about this Mag 7. Deagle on the other side of it is generally what Score has found success off the back of. Cabal is more what we associate as a Magman, but Score is a Madman. And he can do whatever he wants. Close range, Fury hasn't actually backed off. Score realizes it, but can't adjust the aim in time. A single point of HP is all he is left with. But in the meanwhile, his teammate has found Control, Annihilation to have dealt the finishing blow.
Just so weak in the knees. Score being so close with this mag, again, can just be a massive nuisance. Fury's been good about how he clears cave out traditionally. Oh, what are you going to do about that? One shot straight to the body, and he's a goner. Spam on Score could be everything. Him even spamming into them is a little bit disconcerting, but smoke down. They don't want to deal with it just yet. They're concerned more about Annihilation, and now that he's been dealt with, Score is all that remains, and on no health. It was always going to be a tough task. Good damage being done by IHC, but ARAVT make sure it doesn't go too far out of their hands.
I mean, you have to appreciate the fact that Control's able to find the first shot over there. Otherwise, this could have been a completely different round. Blitz running towards a secondary op on the T side, straight down mid with some flashes and grenade to slow them down. Could go the other way very easily. So, ARAVT are skirting with danger, but it's not quite the same as when they were, well, drowning in it every time they lost to a half-by. Major signs of life for the comparatively newer Mongolian squad. Trade is there. Shinobi's low, though, and with a flashbang through, Blitz is content with going a little bit hyper-aggressive. Timing. Oh, sees the shadow. High's gone. Techno continues to swing forward. There is a second teammate that he's got available on the other side. Score waiting to face the smoke, and Tamir's got a quick adjustment, but doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, 3 players kept alive. IHC are still fighting back.
I need to see consistency here for IHC. We had the major viewers pass and the stickers come out today. And you imagine people are going to start putting their predictions down about who goes 3-0, who makes it through, and who goes 0-3. And unfortunately, people are still down on Asian CS. IHC were able to break that. You know, they weren't the 0-3 last time over. I'm hoping they don't do it again, but if they fall to ARAVT here, that would certainly not inspire people with a lot of confidence moving forward. Fast play from ARAVT into this B-bomb site has been fruitful enough to get them into a position where they can actually contest this retake. They've got their hands on some rifles. They get that plant down, so that's extra money in the next round, but this flank from Blitz might just call an end to it.
It does, actually. Fury, however, still hoping to be able to find a bit of a damage in the back of the bomb site. If he can find even one more kill, just make sure the IHC economy can't be bolstered. That would be nice, but no real chance of preventing it. Third round found for IHC. ARAVT will have the bomb plan at the very least. And Michael, just to go back to your point about the victims, I think this is where I have to say I wasn't going to put IHC in my 0-3. I'm definitely reconsidering it after yesterday.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, they need to have a confident showing here in the ESL Challenger League Asia for themselves to know that they are still one of the many, I guess, dynasties in Counter-Strike, at least in the Asia division, as far as that's concerned. They need to prove that to themselves, and then when they face international competition, they need to be able to show the good form that we know they can be in.
And look, of course, the other thing to just keep in mind is you do want to hold the point. You do want to also just be able to get into the ESL Pro League conference, which is so incredibly important for them. They've never been able to do that. The major is great for the cash bonus you receive through stickers and the like. It's really prestigious, but the EPL conference slot is a circuit. You know, that's where you get access to so much more as well, potentially. And it's not that hard to go through EPL conference, the main EPL, considering that, what, like 10 teams go through something ridiculous like that? The major is what everyone plays for, isn't it? It's like,
I believe
really?
it's top 6, yeah.
Okay, then I just 6, 10, you know, they're all the same to me. That's what I tell about my past exploits.
I don't know what that means, but
Okay. I was talking about my facet levels.
I see.
Yeah,
Understood.
definitely that.
Well, Annihilation found a kill on the A side, and the smoke will at least obscure his vision. This double cave setup has broken down. Tamir is able to single-handedly deal with it, and now they approach onto the B-bomb site while Fury still applies pressure at A, but Cabal is being a one-man machine. He's typically the A defender, but he's locking down B instead. Fury's distraction has done a whole lot of nothing.
Really looked like Techno's skills would be able to, rather Tamira's skills would be able to turn it around on its head, but Fury instead left to save.
Yeah. They're trying to make this one work.
Gotta appreciate Cabal looking good on the B-bomb side. Cabal, maybe stay there.
I mean, he's got A's and B's in his name, so he could really do either.
Maybe that's the secret of Counter-Strike. Gotta make sure you've got no A's or B's in your game, so you've got as much versatility as possible. Simple doesn't have an A or a B. Hell, he doesn't even have an I. So he's on a selfish player. That's how you know it.
Yep, that logic checks out. The science of naming, no one wants you to know.
ARAVT have to be careful about how they manage their economy, though. But we've seen so many instances of teams saving one weapon on the T side and it just coming back to bite them. They need to get a bomb plan, and with Fury being the first to fall already, AK should be recoverable, and indeed it is. Hi is going to end up picking it up before the grenade potentially threw it back towards Techno.
Does look like we're about to see a tying round here from IHC. Prospects are not looking high for ARAVT in this round. One smoke, one flash. Sure, they've got a rifle to play with, but you know, that's the instigate action. Oh my god, they build this boost. Just a terrible timing. Almost getting caught out by Shinobi's advanced position. And Hi is actually just going to run through the smokes. That's a freebie. Score's already low from the earlier duel as well, so nestled into the back of the bomb site. He needs help.
I should be able to find him here, make it. What annihilation! Able to push through. He's actually gone and found two. The bomb being planted on the other side of things. Otherwise, this could have been really tricky. ARAVT do get it done, but man, if Score falls there before annihilation can get there to help, that could have been deadly.
Yeah, might have given enough time for the planter to pull his gun out before annihilation runs him down. Those are the small margins we're thinking about when it comes to this after plant. But great stuff from annihilation. He saw the urgency. He knew Score needed some assistance. I want to see whether ARAVT changed the pace up. They've been actually going with quite a few sort of slow building defaults here on this T side so far, and now just fighting for mid-floor control. This has been a back and forth set of duels between the two squads so far, but solid damage onto control with the utility, but then the spam onto blitz. So I think both sides are happy they've been able to keep a player alive, at least from the early exchanges. Uh-oh. There's no safety there, Techno. Oh my god, it's flames everywhere.
Apparently there's no safety in general. Techno's learned about that the hard way. Don't play with fire. Shinobi, however, has been played with on the other side of the map. Wait, where? How the hell did Cabal kill him from there? Did he just peek out?
He must have fought mid-floor. Without those boxes, you're a lot more exposed than you otherwise would have been.
Phew! Goodbye, annihilation. Fury is in town, and he is getting some headshots. Blitz does have a crossfire to try work off of. Score seems to be perpetually low. Seems to be a problem whenever you're trying to play over here in the B-bomb site, and he is going to end up losing his teammate as well. In the meanwhile, Score mollied off, trying to back through the flames. He will be left on 16. Cabal will connect with Fury, switch out for the AK, and try and move through the smoke. On the other side of things, there is an AWP that peeks forward. Cabal! Great adjustment of flash to force Hi off, and they need to take down control. Sitting on 9 HP, Hi takes a chance to come in from behind. The flank has been met. The invisible gun of Score will not hide the fact that he is a dead man walking.
Great job from Fury and Tamir again. It just feels like these two couldn't afford to go missing at the start of this game, and they have not. Fury just picking apart this B-side setup and making it so much easier for ARAVT. But you see how difficult it was even to maintain control of critical areas on the map. You know, we typically look at the Cheetah or cave position as being the most pivotal on this CT side, because you can quick react to mid, you can defend that B-bomb side as well, you have a great after plant. Oh, wow. This is a great hold here from Blitz. They just run through that smoke, trying to chase down that mid-fight, but most of the damage that Blitz takes is from the Molotov he's sitting inside. Yeah, you saw ARAVT were very, very methodical about how they approached Cave, because it's a very important area for the CTs. So I wonder if Techno will learn from his mistakes or score. They've been kind of trading places.
For a second, and Fury's gonna have that one Techno and score. I don't know if they're learning from their mistakes, but they are looking a whole lot better today than they did yesterday. Techno in particular was really struggling as the angle for the B-bomb site was in a lot of the positions that Score is actually taking up now, in fact, funnily enough. Now Techno doesn't even fall in the end. 1 HP is all he's got, but he's okay with it.
Yeah, man, that Glock was really just shooting plastic bullets, which can still hurt. I did learn.
A lot, actually.
BB guns, yeah. I remember as a kid playing with them, someone shot, like, almost point blank, and it did pierce skin. Ain't nothing to toy around with.
Indeed. Gotta be scared about that sometimes. But the other thing you've got to be scared about if you're ARAVT is the fact that we're going in towards the last vestiges of the half, and you have very poor economy. And I don't know how they're managing around these buys. Shinobi's already bought up into the AK. Hi has an op. How? How do they have an op? Maybe it's a HUD blitz, because I didn't see anyone with a minus X dollars like this
they
high.
just bought into it.
Yeah. I don't know.
An expensive decision, and one that's not even really covered by a whole lot.
Maybe they're just hoping to save this into the next round. That is something that more teams are playing around with the idea of. I personally don't like it. But after how effective Annihilation was on the solitary AWP yesterday in multiple rounds, maybe Hi just wants to contend with him.
Well, Shinobi's outside past that smoke, and if Cabal does clear forward, it would be a free kill. But Shinobi's faster to the trigger, way more prepared for that duel, and Annihilation is there at least to cover this A-bomb site. Hi has cheated out with that AWP, but it is gone in an instant.
And the meanwhile, there's no one there to pick up the weapons. There's no one there to trade them out. This is such a messy round coming out from ARAVT. Incredibly uncharacteristic, and Blitz knows that Fury's intentions seem to be coming in for a flank. Fury now spotted out by the B player as well. Needs to land a crazy shot. That's exactly what he does. Score left alone on the B-bomb site. Fury getting damage in on the in-game leader of IHC as well, but overzealous in trying to find the frag. Will be leaving his teammates wanting a 2 versus 3 here to try pushing in. Control with the close range dink will take him down as well, and it's Blitz being chased down, but no one chases Blitz. A single point of HP is all that differentiates him from the sweet embrace of death, and that sweet embrace might be delivered from Tamir's hands. If not, Annihilation on the other side of things, Op will not find the shot. Tamir once again thinking about moving forward, knows if the scope is close by. How are they checking the other side of things? Tamir shows the crossover, now has to reload as well. He's giving up so much information, trying to bait them out, hoping to push through the smoke as well. Annihilation with a pistol in his hands. Tamir is in hot pursuit, switching out guns all over the place. This is a bouncing ball, and no one knows where it's going to go. But without the kid, Blitz is gone, and Tamir has somehow walked into the round of his life. I have no idea how that happens.
Dude, this was like the scrappiest looking 1v2 I've ever seen in my life. The smoke down, he's jumping through, they're looking the wrong direction after seeing him cross into cave. I don't know what's happening, and I don't think the players did either. It just looked like everybody was just constantly battling for this ebb and flow, and it was just chaos throughout. that's an ARAVT buy round where, I mean, we were questioning the incentives into it. They had an AWP, an AK, and very little else, but they made it work.
Ooh. I thought for a second. I just
It
saw
was very close. I know.
I just saw
was.
the blue on the. I was like, whoa, he got that
There's
kill.
no shot. Yeah.
Annihilation thought he got the kill. Probably not as impressive looking, but a kill's a kill, man. That's what matters. Just how the previous one was around. Around is around.
Winning on a low buy for ARAVT is kind of uncharacteristic to what we saw the last time they faced off against each other. See if IHC can answer in kind, or whether Annihilation is just going to die in mid. This will open up a massive hole in the defense, but him investigating, actually going for the duel himself, does spot the bomb, so that's information.
Shinobi collects up on Annihilation finally, and with score being low, it's still a relatively even round.
You are right, though. Score is almost perpetually low HP.
Yeah, he's always low. One thing to note, though, just because we didn't mention it, the last round was a 3v5 half-5 victory, where the guns that they bought, well, 3v4, but the guns that they bought found almost nothing. A bomb site has been occupied, and bomb will be planted. No kit once again for IHC anywhere in sight, unless Annihilation's corpse had one, and doesn't look like it did. So Tamir could do some real heavy work.
They're very split. Scores low HP and trying to support at distance, but this is an isolated duel, and Tamir won't overswing for it. Feels like they are burning way too much time trying to take these fights, and now losing 2 more players. It's just Techno at the back of the site that will be dealt with by Tamir. Great job from him, from Donut. And ARAVT will succeed in winning out this half, and 8-7 is about as bad as it gets, but IHC don't have really the appropriate funds to buy into this next round either, so very likely they could end up at 9.
Timeout coming out, and they need it, that's for sure.
Something about Ancient just really unlocks Fury and Tamir.
Something about Ancient versus IHC really unlocks Tamir. Don't think he was as unlocked versus Lin.
Yeah, that is true.
Fury was generally a stable pair of hands, though. I will say that. Very, very impressive performances overall in a few rounds.
They are currently on a 2-loss streak on this map, IHC. All of which have happened in these playoffs. Lost to ARAVT earlier on, then NKT just yesterday. Starting on a poor CT side half would obviously be unideal, but they're all playing very close. They should be close enough as well to have heard that he is in their presence, and yeah, they're on high alert. Tamir able to deal with Cabal, and Annihilation rotating in can get nothing for his efforts. There is a kit that is dropped that is important for IHC to note, but 3-on-5 for this retake.
Annihilation didn't know how close those players were because Tamir was actually further back from the remaining of them, so not able to adjust his crosshair in time. And IHC look like they're about ready to give this round up. Techno putting up a small fight. Kill comes in the middle of things, but funneling players through CT and CT alone seems so damn difficult. You don't have a kit either. One smoke. Nothing that can really help you out over here beyond just some crazy headshots, and they're not being given up. No duels being taken whatsoever. Blitz finally gets one, and it's scored to come through from the side. They're on hot pursuit. It's 2 players locked into the same side, but there's no more time, and they will be able to swing out. Fury drops it, and it's just a quick safety net coming into play. 9-6, ARAVT with a very impressive first half versus IHC, already en route to potentially doubling up what we saw last time in Ancient. But for now, gotta go to a break. We're gonna be back in just a minute. ARAVT looking good, including some signs that maybe we didn't see so far. Not losing to forest spies, getting a forest spy win of themselves in, having all of their players show up. I am pleasantly surprised. I'm Tea Time, joined by Michael Yumi Cassidy as we are proceeding forward with the second half of the ESL Challenger League Season 42 Asian lower bracket final.
Yeah, this derby certainly rattles IHC, and we can see why. 9-6 at the half, and now attacking this A bomb site. But Hi already plucking down those numbers nice and quick, and Control has also contributed in from Donut. They are cut down to just 3 members, but ARAVT now down to 4 themselves. Tamir closing the distance with the dualies, and just that's too much firepower. Blitz had nowhere to go, couldn't find his way out of the situation, so it will be an ARAVT pistol once again.
Really good one as well for them. Shinobi managed to keep his Kevlar intact. Hi. Smoke unused. Dualies retrieved. Not that those matter. The dualies matter in all fairness. But all in all, good stuff from them. Hi. Just a stark contrast to what we saw Cabal from the exact same position where he wasn't able to find an initial kill until after they'd already crossed over. Hi finds one quick tap early. And then obviously Control's tap through the smoke is a little bit of luck. But hey, seems like everything is rolling the way of the ARAVT squad.
Now he did so from Donut. He was active.
Yeah,
no, it was not from the smoke. So yeah, IHC just didn't account for it. I think.
Okay.
They weren't covering.
Fair enough. I thought you were saying Cabal was in Donut. I was like, Michael, Cabal was not in Donut. No, okay.
IHC are 0 for 2 in pistols at the moment, which obviously does lend itself to favor the team that has won them. ARAVT currently at 10 rounds, but can build up a cushion if they are able to convert. ARAVT have a full investment with a lot of M4s, but the Galils are out here for IHC as well, and that is a pretty comparable duel. Just the A1S more accurate. Nobody inside of the A site, and IHC are a little suspicious, but double cave setup, or double donut setup rather, for ARAVT. They are not biting the bullet just yet.
There won't be a smoke to actually smoke them off, so this could be incredibly powerful. Lineup comes in. Control's got himself another one as well. Bomb will be planted, so that gives them money to work off of, but money won't matter when the CTs kill 4 of you. Well, they kill all of you with 4 alive. Fury can even recover that last M4, if I'm not wrong. Was it? No, rather the last Galil from the T side. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there is a 4th M4. Yeah, there was 4 M4s, 1 SMG, and they get hands on all of them. Hi with the kit as well will defuse for the squad, making sure that they pick up every single bit of utility alongside their weapons. Great job from ARAVT, but second time in which this donut position has been a massive issue for IHC already. So Control get contribution from it on the pistol, but now as well this double setup. If there was a smoke down, it probably was a little bit more difficult for ARAVT to really contest that one. IHC were swarming that A site. Definitely look towards a future A exec. A donut smoke will likely be implemented.
Looks like a fast B take seems to be in the name of the game for IHC. They're trying to swing around. Hi is somehow everywhere they're trying to go. Tamir comes up big with 3 immediate frags. Fury traded out. Blitz's deagle has been one consistent factor for IHC that continues to deliver. Tamir cannot stop the bomb from crossing over. Blitz wants to swing out, and that consistency strikes once again. And M4 now recovered. A bomb in his hands. Got to be careful about what you're pulling out here on the bomb side. It's a combat zone, and Blitz, well, he's found that out the hard way. Shinobi trying to keep an eye out for him as he will be rotating out. Blitz will fall. The bomb will not be planted. The T-side economy is still fine regardless, though, but CTs are slightly reeling from those deagle shots.
They're just going to be happy that they're able to continuously convert rounds. I don't think they care too much about having heavy casualties. They've doubled the scoreline here of IHC, and I've dealt with all the conversion rounds alongside it. So entering the second half, I think they're in with a confident stride because of the way they performed last time against IHC. Even they failed the run boost initially, but they built it up very quickly to allow Control to still maintain that position. But again, IHC bursting into this B bomb site and losing numbers through smokes. Tamir and Fury able to contribute both before the IHC can even get themselves secure on this bomb site.
The spam is just so much damage as well. Annihilation will be taken down. We talked about how yesterday there was all about the spam kills. This is the first we've seen so far, but it is perhaps one of the most consistent ones you can find, in all fairness. IHC cannot move past them in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. Hi has found impact in every round so far as well. Moves in, gets himself a quick kill out of every CT round. Blitz is tagged up in the background. Not particularly happy with how those B-side setups have been shaping out for IHC. This is just a raft running all over them now. Once again, economy will be reset once Blitz goes down. He's just fighting for scraps, and he won't receive any.
Yeah, this was kind of a mental round to watch because Tamir, Fury, they both get kills through smoke, and then they just continuously spam the common plant spot because unless IHC are going to push up long and short and take deep CT control, they really can't afford to plant anywhere else. They even have to be concerned about the potential for a flank as well. So unless they were taking forward territory, they had to go for the default plant, and that's what ARAVT were spamming exactly for. There's so much damage being done through walls, through smokes.
Ooh, Fury, so fast. On that headshot. Techno never stood a chance, and Fury's now looking to get aggressive from around it. Score. Himself so many times. Fury just snaps to him inside the smoke and starts spamming away. Just in case there is someone there, and he has found out that a significant amount of damage has been dealt.
Real confident stuff there from Hi. Well, it's not scared at all. You think about the circumstances that Score has played around this game, it feels like he has been perpetually low HP, but he still has 18 kills, so he's able to find contributions. Usually that's why he ends up low. You know, you'll get his kill and then takes a lot of damage. But he's been getting utility thrown at him, he's been getting spammed, he's getting all sorts. IHC are down in the dumps though, 14-6. They have yet to find success here on this D side.
And it's definitely not the same Annihilation we saw yesterday or the day before that either. 10 and 14, not struggling to find any impact, struggling to get involved in any of the deals. And look, hopefully Inferno is going to be a better side because he was such an incredibly important piece against NKD and actually winning that one out. But obviously Inferno still a ways away. IHC one more gun round in them before they end up just forfeiting the entire map potentially off the back of a lower buy. Shinobi's keeping an eye out for this boost as well. Score will be tagged down but not taken down. He's been low so far. Grenade doesn't go quite deep enough, otherwise that could have been massive, and suddenly an advantage that has been evading IHC for so long has been found. It is Shinobi trying to push in through middle and trade things out. The question is, will he be discovered by Techno? Yes, he will be.
This is such an unconventional round here from IHC. Usually they're so good at sort of taking space together as a unit and then sort of elaborating options afterwards, but this was just everybody doing their own thing pretty much. I mean, you see the spread of IHC players, the bomb on Score, he was sat there for ages. Blitz was taking over the B bomb site. They were all over the place, and maybe they need a round like that just to throw a little spanner in the works here for ARAVT, because they're definitely more concerned about these sort of isolated hits and these map control moves from IHC. That's very much their game plan on most maps. But given how it's not been working so far, throwing in a round like this, and it working with them being so aggressive on their defaults, just means that ARAVT are going to have to be a little bit more on guard and hold on to a lot of these extremities for longer than they otherwise would. Maybe I'm overanalyzing.
I mean, it does seem like it does seem like a bit of a one-off though. At the same time, you know, how many times are you going to be able to find kill through the smoke while you're boosted up, while there's someone watching out for the exact one and not be traded out? Grenade doesn't quite go the right way. A lot of things work out there for IHC, but let's not pretend like that can't happen again in other fashions where, you know, confidence can start rolling. You're looking for 9 rounds effectively on IHC, and the second you get there, you know, ARAVT can start to sweat. They definitely showed inexperience in that last series they played up against the, you know, on paper favorite Mongols. Oh, Grenade's going to be junky, and it is. Great damage being dealt. Control follows up with a frag, rather stolen away by Shinobi. Control just takes the damage for it. Shinobi even getting legged while he goes to become Spot. Fury Rare discovery and a rare casualty that is going to come through. Tamir's still watching out for this, though. Tamir's push could still be the difference maker in whether or not IHC are able to get into the B bomb site. There is High watching things out from the back of the site, so he can make sure no one's coming in through cave. All that Tamir has to do is find this bomb as it starts to move through. Bliss is the one wielding it, and he's generally good about clearing angles. Score even thinking about going forward. But Blitz will fall, that bomb taken out, and 35 seconds on the clock means that the entire plan has been disrupted. A smoke down, and Tamir is trying to play around it. It's a timing window that he misses out, and Score will eliminate because of it. High looking to rotate all the way around. Shinobi's coming in for the flank as well. High thinks it might be an A-side hit, and it's Shinobi who's the only one nearby enough to commence with any action. They saw the bomb earlier on. It shouldn't be possible for it to be A unless Annihilation hightailed it out. Flashbang won't catch Shinobi. Annihilation's fully blinded out. This is a freebie to come through, and Shinobi's at least found these kills. An op picked up, double op to try and retake and hold on for this. While Shinobi's so low, it's actually Score who makes the mistake and walks in, but he gets the duel anyway. Shinobi's health was just not conducive. A grenade goes in deep. Score playing from behind a Molotov that didn't quite spread to the corner, and High is going to be cursing his utility and his luck.
Oh my goodness, Score survived on 1 HP. And a critical 1v2 that IHC desperately needed. It felt like ARAVT had everything going for them. Like you said, they spotted the bomb B main, and they were still concerned about the potential for them to immediately hightail their way over towards that A bomb site instead. They vacated it, and they had the flank on Shinobi. If he just committed to that flank earlier as well, there was a very high probability he gets both kills.
I mean, even if not, there's a wall bang onto Score, which is why he stays alive at first. And the Molotov doesn't spread in the corner. And the grenade actually isn't quite at the right place. This is Score basically just saving up all of his luck, good fortune, and skill for that one round.
Yeah, I don't believe in luck. That doesn't exist. On Counter-Strike. Very few instances where it does apply. This is kind of a whitewash round here from IHC. Look at where all the CTs have died. It's literally everywhere on the map. Well, this one looked rather simple. Still a long way to go. And you said 9 before ARAVT start to sweat. Looking like they will indeed have a few beads run down their back. Oh. Ain't that something? No more damage done. IHC have built up some bank, but they just need to be able to get consecutive rounds. That's the certainty. Or after too close to the finish line.
Wouldn't be the first time ARAVT have struggled close to the finishing line versus IHC.
Oh, Control missed his jump. Supposed to land on the ledge, instead has landed underneath.
It happened a few times, actually. Shinobi missed it earlier on as well, but I think he just messed up the run. Oh, Shinobi! Oh, the 180 Blitz has generally been so good at finding these isolated stragglers, and look at the immediate funnel back to A. They've recognized that Blitz being so far in, it probably means it's an A-side hit. Control is expected but not cleared. It's a flash Score which will find the kill once again on low HP. This guy gets a berserker buff or something ridiculous like that. Molotov in the corner will not spread, but Cabal clears it out. High can't quite dish out the same fate he was dealt earlier on. Leaves Tamir all alone. Bomb yet to be planted, yet to be transported onto the bomb site. Score so worried and so low. Angle's not quite covered off, and they are starting to second guess themselves. Score's the only one watching out for this, and as Tamir starts to face forward, the bomb's been dropped. He's got a chance. He's suddenly got a chance now. Smoke down. He has to be careful about the flank to come through. Goes back to clear out Temple on his own. The bomb can be recovered, and there's plenty of time to even start making their way back towards the other side if they'd like to, but Cabal wants to stick to his guns. There's already a decent post-plant setup being coming through. Tamir on the other side of things has found Cabal as well, and suddenly a flashbang overhead through the smoke. Annihilation to dodge it out, and as they move forward, he's revealed his position. Tamir knows what's going on, wants to switch for the AK, but at the end of the day, he'll hold his fire and hold his nerve. It's a 1-on-3 to bring them back. What a round from Tamir.
Oh, such great patience as well to find isolated duel after isolated duel. But IHC definitely over-swinging. I mean, losing track of where Tamir had gone, whether or not he was going to wrap through Temple after this first kill. Cabal really wanted that extra info, but there's just no way for Annihilation to ever trade him in that circumstance. They could have simply doubled up together and tried to play out afterwards, but yeah, you give Tamir too many chances, and he will capitalize. Man's on 28 kills. Fury might have fallen off a little bit moving into the CT half, but not Tamir.
What a monster. Annihilation. A phrase that's been said about him time and time again, but maybe not as much in this game so far. Fury trying to go for the wallbang with the MP9 is always a little bit ambitious.
They have managed to bring us into a 4-on-3. These kills in middle have been cutting back and forth, but I see in the more recent rounds have been able to find success. AWP of High, if he finds the bomb, that will be big. The jiggle peek there from Cabal, I wasn't sure if he was spotted, but won't hang around to find out. It could have been a massive kill. Instead, it will be a reset into bomb sites here for ARAVT, but they are very thinly spread. Fury will be alone on the defense of the B-bomb site, and he only has an MP9.
Does have the time in his favor, though. And IHC have been making some desperate moves. Time and desperation, never a good combination. Flash is fantastic to hold them off inside Cheetah as well. There's a lot of presence being shown. Rotation still not committing from ARAVT. Bomb is not being planted, and ARAVT look like they're going to save.
Yeah. They'll cut their losses. They're already so close to the finish line. Don't want to make any final fumbles. For the end, I have to say, IHC, when it comes to their B execution, it looks far more well-rehearsed. They have less to consider, less angles to keep watchful eyes on. Every time they've hit A, I mean, there's been no smoke donut. They've been constantly fearful of potential rotates. It feels like they have to be way more on form. The B execute feels a little bit more, not idiot-proof, but they don't have to be as hyperactive. Feels like they're on constant high alert for IHC when they hit the A site, but a lot of damage being done to them at the end of that round. They had 4 up when they took the bomb site, but ended up only with the 1 survivor in Annihilation, so good exits being found there for ARAVT to prop up the IHC economy to fail in a future round.
ARAVT have to be careful about how exactly.
Boost.
I mean, this is. Oh man, Annihilation found actually almost a 1v5 from that exact same position. CT side earlier on. Tamir is trying to do the same. Can't find the third. Things will calm down a little bit towards the end of things, and Fury left in a 1-on-3. Plenty of money to buy up for most of these players, but High will be left wanting. I wouldn't hate a save. I was just going to say, ARAVT have to be careful about how they're choosing to invest into some of these rounds. With High left on 1,000 now, that will mean they don't have an AWP in the next one, unless maybe Fury can get a kill and that lets him drop one.
Yeah, you do want to save here. Definitely back it. Tamir has been just on fire. It's just one of those games where it doesn't matter what gun he has. Got exit kills on the AWP. He finds a couple as well. He wasn't even the main one to wield it in this round. Good exit kill there for Fury, but he does get dropped by the Annihilation Deagle. Well,
Annihilation's got some sick skills. Like, just
He
mechanically, guy's kind of a monster.
he comes in bursts.
Yeah.
I feel like Annihilation has 3 or 4 rounds where he's untouchable, and then, he does bleed. Sometimes he bleeds all over the floor. It's a new carpet. IHC, 4 rounds within the ARAVT lead, but they can afford no mistakes. Talked a lot about how Ancient is maybe a wavering pick within their own map pool. After certainly proving that. Look at the aggression over towards B. IHC, though, have Techno aggro and will not succeed in his duel.
Pre-smoke will have been heard by Score. The question is, how many players does he expect to be here on this B bomb site? And as aggressive as they are, if this was the time where IHC pulled the trigger to go in towards that A bomb site, short of a high kill or two, there would be very few responses truly available to the CT side. And well, they are starting to respond now. Reconverging back towards middle, Score is going to be dealing with Tamir on the other side. The raid boss himself will be going up against the Berserker. Fury, in the meanwhile, going for the full flank around for the A-side players. This is being watched for, but Fury, as slow as he has been, they have turned around now. He might be able to come through and move in. Fury's got Score down, and that Score rotating backwards. Now information given up. 45 seconds on the clock. High will fall. Blitz to take him down. CT rotation will be late. But maybe the bomb can still be prevented from being planted over here with the right kind of spam. Control not committing to it yet. Bomb just tapped out. Control trying to move out and spam in. Cabal's bait will give him the equalizer, but it's Annihilation covering it off. Fury's still there, not expecting the second. Shinobi as well doubles up from behind the smoke. Now Cabal alone, 1 on 2, 20 seconds on the clock. They are looking to move through the smoke. Shinobi will shut him down. ARAVT persevere. They will once again trump what was known as the Kings of Mongolia. Once again take out their own map pick, and IHC are sweating. We'll have to wait to see what happens next. Out for a short break. When we're back, we'll break down this game and move into Inferno.